Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Full throttle faithful. This is the Not Echo Park 130. And what we're going to call Atlanta Motor Speedway still here tonight. This is going to be an awesome race. We've got a lot of good drivers out here tonight. And Chris, it looks like we've got qualifying going up, and we've got some names up front that maybe you're not expecting here early, Chris. But you're going to see some good names up front here tonight. Are we good on SDK? There we go. No, you're good. You're good. Take your time. As we will hop on board here with your pole sitter. It'll be that number 8, Kip Easley. The up in smoke Chevy Camaro going to roll P1 here tonight. And sitting to his outside, it will be that number 29 of Jeremy Zarfos. Another good start here from that 29 machine is Josh Gaiman. He's looking to come off of the last couple weeks of woes. He is going to start P3 here tonight, back to his usual speedy self. He'll be rolling off in that inside lane with Robbie Bice. Another good start from him. He had a good start at Pocono. Just seemed to get loose there early, lose that race car, and that cost him his night. But Robbie Bice is going to be P4. Or did Robbie get caught up in that wreck at Pocono? I think he got caught up in the wreck. Yeah, that got loose. Yeah, that's what it was. As Josh Susi, he will start here tonight in P5. Ken Baum Jr. Excuse me if I said his name wrong. I can't remember if I did or not. But he will start here P2 or P6, excuse me, trying to get that number 2 is what I was going to say, back up to his winning ways as well. He's been on a little bit of a hiatus here these past couple weeks from the podium positions. We'll see if he can get that Toyota Camry up front. And then we'll see Lucas Nilges, the number 3 machine, rolling off P7 here tonight with Tyler Rush in P8. Caitlin Height, she's going to start here tonight in P9 with William Hobart in 10th. You'll see Nick Cannon in 11th with David Smell in 12th. Then it'll be Andrew May 13th with Kevin Gibney Jr. in that 14th position. We'll then see Ryan Sword roll off P15 with Carson Pittman a little bit to his outside right there in that 16th spot. Michael Zuver going to roll off P17 with Kyle McCarthy in P18. We'll then see Matthew Fitz roll off P19 in the 69 machine with Jimmy Parr in P20. We'll see that 21st position go to Chris Lynn with Dean Clavitt. He'll start in that P22 position. It'll be Bill Hells in 23rd with George Wood in 24th. Then you'll see Stan Mayberry in 25th with Brody Green starting to his outside in that 26th position. So we got 26 race cars here tonight for the Full Throttle Cup Series, Chris. We've got the Not Echo Park 130. And we've got that pace car getting ready to turn left here in just a moment. And it's going to be green racing. As we're going to see who is going to get this early advantage. We know with this new track here at Atlanta, the way they've repaved it, everybody knows how it races. We're going to see how these Full Throttle drivers are going to race it. Nice looking race car there in that 8 machine. As you'll see that iRacing Ford Mustang take that hard left as they're going to pull up here to the start zone for the green flag for the first start of the night. Kip Easley going to get off to a good start there. That inside lane looks like he got off to a way better start, that 33 of Josh Gaiman, but early Robbie Bice already given that 29 of Jeremy Zarfos a big shove on that outside lane. You got 3 cars there. It looks like Ken Baum going to try to dive it to the inside, but it looks like, yeah, he maybe was thinking about middle to the inside, but it looks like that fouled up quickie. Caitlin Height, good start from her here early. She's already up P5, Chris, from that P11 position.
I was going
to say P9 position, excuse me.
I was going to say, yeah, just rocketed through that little bit of big push here from the 7 to Nick Cannon.
A little bit of a blink.
And you see Josh Gaiman up there blinking. Yeah, that could be scary. Oh, who is that all the way at the top? It looks like Zarfos riding the lane all the way up at the top against the wall.
Zarfos, your outside pole sitter as well, started P2 all the way back to 7th already. Shows how bad that outside lane got off. Pull back up here to that Nick Cannon machine with Robbie Bice, who started in 4th behind him. We'll hop on board here to that hood view with Nick Cannon. Excuse me, we'll hop on board to that trunk view of Nick Cannon. As you look down the field, too wide from that, 9th position on back, 10th position on back. As you see Tyler Rush there behind Robbie Bice, and you got Andrew May, who's made his way up 4 positions at this start with Ryan Sword as well. They both went from 14th and 15th position, made their way up to that 10th and 9th spot.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of single file racing pretty much from the front to the back. You see back here, I want to say Zarfos is the start. of that lane with
Yeah,
that 24
Zarfos ain't
Colin
giving up
McCarthy
on
on
that
the
outside
inside.
lane.
You know, say Zarfos is not giving up that outside lane. He has dedicated himself to it.
Neither is Ken Baum, though. He's dedicated himself behind
Yeah, that
that
24.
Turn 2 Terribles teammate of Jeremy Zarfos. Excuse me.
Yeah, we see right behind him. It's Kevin Gibney Jr. in that 31 machine riding in that middle in between them on the inside of him. That is the, who's that? The 69 of Matthew Fitz. Let's go back up here on board. See Kip Easley still hanging on to that lead. Joshua Gaiman, though, blinking out just a little bit. I see him dropping through the field, coming back. But Josh Susi has moved himself up into that third position.
You good? I can tell.
Sorry, I was about to sneeze.
You're good. As yeah, Kip Easley though, Chris here doing a good job. Josh Gaiman as well. They've moved up into that first and second position. They've kind of just held this low lane here, as some people like to call it, at Atlanta Charlotte Harvick in that inside line. But you'll see Kip Easley. Their skins are reloading.
Yeah, for some reason, all of the skins are reloading. Just all of a sudden, that was very random.
It's all good. Kip Easley in that Slurpee car though. That's a good looking race car.
Yeah, I did see pictures of that race car in the Discord earlier this. I want to say it was this week. Maybe it was last week. I can't remember. I've been checking it less and less. I haven't had time to get on Discord. But we're seeing right now, everybody just kind of single filing out. Kaylin Height, like we said, she had come up 4 positions. Nick Cannon moved himself up 5 positions. Robbie Weiss fell back to that 7th position. We see Tyler Rush, who qualified in that 8th position and still sitting in that 8th position. Andrew May up 4 positions from his original starting position into that 9th position. And then Ryan Sword, Team Sparkle Unicorn 94, sitting in that top 10. Up 5 positions from his spot. Michael Zuver also up 6 positions from his original starting spot. So everybody is just single filed out. Like you said, back here, whoa. Because I saw Ken Baum getting a little, the 29 of Jeremy Zarfos getting all over the back bumper of Chris Lynn. I had the 2 drivers named backwards. But I saw Zarfos getting all into the back bumper of that 32, trying to get him pushed up. Right now,
McCarthy almost just got turned off the nose of whoever is behind him. I want to say that's Matthew Fitz, right? Yeah. Whoa, is Chris Lynn going around?
Whoa, yeah, Chris Lynn around. Zarfos collected. Oh, Ken Baum collected in it. And also the 53 of Bill Hells. Oh, I saw him slam into the wall hard. Oh, he's already back to it.
I guess you could say they lived up to their name right there. Turn 2 Terribles getting all sorts of babbled up with each other coming out of turn 2. Like Chris Lynn maybe got loose or he got turned going down on that inside lane. I'm not sure. Kevin Gibney just said, was that on me? I can't tell. It might have been, they're saying, let's see. They're saying it might have been netcode. We'll see. We've got eyes on vision here from the drunk guy iPhone cam. Oh yeah, that was netcode at first, but I think either way he's going to come down on top.
Either way, he's coming down on top of him. Yeah.
Unless the netcode brought him down, I don't know. But man, the turn 2 Terribles, the 56 right there, getting collected. Dean Clavitt, he's a done. But that was a lot of netcode collision there. Maybe he got away with some lesser damage than he should have. I know Ken bombed it, and he hit the wall hard. And here comes Bill Hells in that 53. Boom. He hits that green part of the wall like it owes him money. I mean, goodness gracious.
Not Echo Park.
Yeah. And then he's going to go back for more. Maybe this is where he goes back to the pits. boom. And then, yeah, back to the pit. You see the 31 of Kevin Gibney Jr., all sorts of tore up. The 32 of Chris Lynn just in a state of not being able to drive straight. We'll go on board here with that Ken Baum Jr. machine. He took a hard hit to that outside wall. Yeah, I did like netcode at first. And then, bam, it's all sorts of netcode there. That's not a hard lick. Maybe not as bad as we thought. There's the hard hit, though. The 53 of Bill Hills definitely took the worst of that as he slides into home plate. And we'll see this big shot he takes to the not Echo Park Automotive sign. Because there's the turn. He's lifting. He's doing everything he can.
Oh. He just got out from under him.
And he just comes sliding in here. Boom. As you see Fred the flagman waving that yellow flag there, doing an excellent job. He actually never leaves the track. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, once he waves the checkered flag, he stays till the next race starts. It's kind of how it works. We don't pay for him to leave. And we've... Sorry, I just knocked my mic over. And we've cloned him.
Yeah, we just put him in every track.
Every track, yeah. It's like episode 2. You don't want to know what happens when we execute order black flag. All right, we're going to get back on topic here. Josh Gaiman, I didn't even know he was there. He just reappeared after being gone for minutes. I'm pretty sure I heard Nick Cannon saying the leaders were blinking out. I don't know if I've seen Kip blinking. I did
see Kip blinking a little bit in the timing.
Uh-oh.
It's a trick. It's a trap. Don't do it.
It's like one of those Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lag boxes. You remember those?
Yes, I do. Lag switches.
Yeah, whatever they were. Lag switches. Thank you. How did that even work?
It just sent a bunch of packets. Like you would plug it into your Ethernet, your router, and then it would just send a bunch of packets.
That's some stupid stuff.
It's some stupid stuff.
All right, well, Kip Easley going to hit the restart zone, and it's going to be green, green, green. As inside lane, horrible start from Josh Soucy.
Really bad start from Josh Soucy.
Oh, my goodness, they might wreck Josh Gaiman. I can't find my mouse cursor to get... There we go. I couldn't get my flag. Oh, and Josh Gaiman going to get pushed out to the lead. This is going to leave Kip Easley out to hang. That inside lane did not get started at all. Nick Cannon, you know he's going to take advantage of this. He's a gamer. And look at him, to the bottom.
Yeah, Nick Cannon to the bottom. He's now behind his Prestige Worldwide teammate of Lucas
Ilges.
All the way to the front is that 3 machine, that 7 pushing him. You see that 8 of Kip Easley now pushing up to the back bumper of Kip Easley. That outside lane looks like it's stacking up just a little bit now.
I mean, Kip Easley matches their color theme for the night. He fits in. As you see Tyler Rush on a good run here tonight, the 72 machine just been caught up in it these past couple weeks. Name a better duo than Tyler Rush and getting caught in the mess. But right now he's doing a good job there as you see him roll behind that number 8 of Kip Easley on that rear bumper cameras. He's got that 33 of Joshua Gaiman, had to file back in all the way back there in 5th after running 2nd place this whole race. And you see poking out there in that pink and yellow car, that's the 81 Nitro machine of Joshua Soucy. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, as you're seeing, looks like, who is that? The 11 of Caitlin Height. She looks like she's poking her nose out to the outside lane and tucking back behind that 81 of Josh Soucy. We know they're on opposite teams, but they work together. We know they work together. See the 11. Looks like she's running a little bit higher line out of turn 4.
She's in a Mercedes right now, dude. She's like out for blood. You know how Mercedes drivers are. No. Hamilton, Rosberg, no.
I'm sorry, I'm not an F1.
Yeah, clearly.
Whoa, is Gaiman blinking out there a little bit? Because right now we're seeing the Ada Kip Ely still hanging on to that third place.
Come on, dude. The Silver War, no.
No, I don't.
Come on, bro. Pretty much Hamilton and Rosberg, even though they were teammates, they would literally wreck each other almost every other race. Like, there was contact between them at all. So every time you see a Mercedes driver, to me, people always say, watch out for the Red Bull liveries. I watch out for the Mercedes liveries. Those are some scary people. They're the, like, I'll wreck my mother for a checkered flag kind of, racers.
I got you. So it's like
Yeah,
riding
so-
around the Red Bull skins.
Exactly. I mean,
I got you. Okay.
exactly. Not saying that Caitlin's going to go by that mentality, but just
Right.
watch out.
Right.
Just
You
watch
never
out.
know. You never
When
know.
you see it, now you've been warned.
As right now, Kip easily still holding on to that third position. Riding behind that 7 of Nick Cannon, who's now pushed himself all the way up into that second position, up 9 positions from his starting position. Right behind his teammate there of Lucas Nilges, who's been pushed up from that 7th position. I see Joshua Gaiman blinking out, going back to the back of the pack, coming back. I want to say this is Bill Hells is out of the race. That's 32 of Chris Lynn. Going to be riding that top lane.
.32 is basically the 53 backwards.
It is?
Did you just hear what Andrew May said?
No.
He said, who's got that Mint Mobile Wi-Fi up there? Give me 1 second. There is a massive palmetto bug in my bedroom.
Right now, we're riding on board here with that 27 of David Smill and that beautiful Blue Angels theme. I get to watch those guys fly over work pretty much every day. Whenever I walk across from the street, I get to see the Blue Angels fly over. So that's kind of cool that the 27 is rocking that Blue Angels theme. See behind him, Matthew Fitz. Looks like he was trying to poke his nose out there for just a second. Maybe got a little loose or got a little bit more of a run than he wanted to. Got out of it. Then behind him is his Sparkle Unicorn teammate of Michael Zuver. Currently up 4 positions from his starting position. Michael Hobart in that 13. Fall back to the 14th position. Down 4 positions from his starting spot. Kyler McCarthy, who hasn't really said much here tonight. We're only 24 laps into it, so really not a lot has been said, but Kyler McCarthy currently up 3 positions from his starting spot. Currently in 15th. You see Brody Green in that 91. Currently sitting in that 16th spot, up 10 spots from his starting spot. So from dead last all the way up to that 16th spot. So it's a good drive here for that 16. Gonna go back up here on board the front, just look and see what's happening. I see, yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Kip Easley was starting to make a move to that outside lane, but he decided against it. It's getting a little loose, but I was gonna say that separation between the 33 and the 81, but looks like that's or excuse me, the 72, but he's just blinking out there. Right now, this is when the tires are going to start becoming a little bit of a factor. You see Robbie Bice, who's fallen back a couple of positions from his starting spot. Whoa! Who's that up into the wall? It looks like that's the 33 of Joshua Gaiman. Maybe his game is blinking. I don't know. It looks like, no, it looks like he did get into the wall possibly. Yeah, it's getting bad. Looks like he might have jumped out of line. I know Josh is normally the one that can hear what's going on.
Red alert, Chris. I have lost the palmetto bug, but I have picked up a Prestige Hunter. And I'm not going to lie to you, Chris. I went and picked up Daisy. This is our cat out of the living room. out of the bedroom. And as I was walking up the stairs, I was messing with Mom and I was explaining to her, this bug's about this big, Daisy. I have put her over here, and she is on full prowl mode, right, Chris? Right now. It is so funny. She is like crouched down, like walking where that dang bug just was, and I couldn't find it because it was fast. If you don't know what a palmetto bug is, look it up. You'll understand why I sound like I'm out of breath right now. Probably why these drivers feel like they're out of breath, man, because it is anxiety fueled, especially if you're behind those people that are blinking. That's scary. And now you are right, Chris. Kip Easley is indeed blinking.
Yeah, Joshua Gaiman fell all the way back to the back of the pack. I think he was blinking really bad while you were gone. But that 8, yeah, he's blinking as bad as well, too. Oh, my goodness, my words. Just as bad as well. I want to say that's George Wood. At the top there, that is the 68 of George Wood. Currently going a lap down.
Poor George. But showing respect by staying high and staying out the way.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to watch
he might
that.
Be 2 laps down.
Trying to watch that 8 of Kip Easley. No, he just went a lap down. All right, looks like Kip Easley's connection's kind of straightened out a little bit. He's not blinking as bad, so currently still holding on to that 3rd spot. Like I said, that's somebody I was trying to watch all night just to make sure, because you know, a lot of drivers, they have those tracks that they're really good at. This could be Kip Easley's track. I mean, we saw in the real race this weekend with Chase Elliott, you know, it's his home track. He was really good at it. Drivers have tracks like that in iRacing as well. Looks like Stan Mayberry jumped to the pits. Unfortunate for that 48 machine. I know he was, I want to say, involved in that accident early on. Whoa, as you're seeing the 7 and the 8 wash up really to the middle lane there. But as you're seeing from first on back, everybody's just pretty single filed out. Nobody really making any moves. Not really trying to get any track position or anything made up. They've really just planted themselves where they're at and they're not moving. See the 28 of Robbie Bice, who's made up at least one position from that caution.
Dude, she found it. She found it. I love this cat. I'm sorry. Cat is confirmed torturing it. Sorry, it scared me. A single file action though here at lap number 35. 69 Matthew Fitz right there. He was up on the back bumper of that 24. We go back up here to the lead. Lucas Nilges though and Nick Cannon, once they got that restart run there, Chris, got to the inside lane. These 2 Prestige Worldwide drivers here have done a really good job linking up and just staying in that 1-2 position.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job of holding off Kip Easley for pretty much this whole time. He hasn't really tried to make a move on anyone. We did see Joshua Gaiman drop all the way back to the back for blinking, but it looks like Tyler Rush now getting a little bit of separation between him and Kip Easley. So he's starting to back up. Wonder how long it's going to take that 81 to go ahead and get around that 72.
Starting to look like 2010 Dega out there.
Oh, as you see Kip Easley get out.
Yeah, that's going to allow them to pull back up, and they're going to have a big run here. Not massive. Maybe they go to the outside, but I don't know. We've just seen how that outside lane has worked here, and I think you're going to have to be fast to go to that outside lane. This is almost feeling like a position race, you know, when you're who's there in the top 3.
Yeah, this track is looking like it's going to be just single filed out for pretty much the entire time until they come down pit lane or have a caution. Nobody's really trying to make any moves. There's everybody just kind of planted to this bottom lane, which is pretty much something that you do, you know, at a super speedway. Well, I'd say a super speedway. This is considered a speedway. But it's something that you would do at a track like this. You just kind of plant yourself down at the bottom, so that way nobody really has a move. The top doesn't really work as well, but the cars are planted at the bottom. If you can get that first position like we saw with that 3 and that 7, you can just kind of run away with the lead. And like you said, you have to be fast if you're on the outside. You're going to have at least 3 or 4 people pushing behind you. It can't just be a 2-car tandem that gets, you know, that pulls out.
Caution. Matthew Fitz.
Out, yeah.
William Hobart, maybe? Ooh, Fitz. Big damage. Nick Cannon doing a very country impression. Oh my goodness, I was wondering why Fitz's wheel looked so like wrongly animated, but it's because he's fully turned. You see what I mean? When he's fully at lock, it looks like an old PlayStation steering wheel animation, you know what I mean? Dang, unfortunate for Fitz. They might be able to get that fixed, but it might not be perfect. Oop. Pits are closed there, buddy. Yeah, he towed.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate for Fitzy.
This is going to be a big race right here, Chris.
Yeah.
You want that position, you ain't able to get it on the track. This is where you're going to try to get it right here. And, you know, coming in, it was, who was 1 and 2? No, Lucas Nilges and all them stayed out. So never mind. I am dumb.
Oh. Oh, no. Kip easily loses a little bit of position there in that first position.
Jimmy Barr just said is hilarious. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. He clearly hates this track.
What did he say?
I mean, I don't know if I should say it on stream.
Well, say a nice version of it.
I don't think I would. I don't know. It's not. It's nothing like that. I'll just explain it to you. I'll come in there and say it, and you can tell me if you think we can say it.
Yeah, we're good on that one.
All right, after viewer discretion or whatever, commentator discretion, whatever I'm trying to say, discussion. We'll hold back on that one, but you know what you said, Jimmy, and it was hilarious.
The pace lights are out. Lucas Nilges on that inside lane. Nick Cannon on the outside. Ryan Sword, Tyler Rush, Michael Zuver all did not come down pit lane. So everybody behind them did come down pit lane. I see Carson Pittman came down for 5 seconds. Zarfos down for 47. But he came down to lap 11, as well as Carson Pittman lap 11. And then you've got Susie, Kip Easley, Robbie Weiss, David Smill, everybody pretty much from 7th position back came down pit lane. So you're going to see a pretty big sizable difference between everybody from 6th place back in front of them. You're going to see a massive run here. These guys with these older tires are going to, they might last for the first couple of laps, but I think these guys are going to catch up with them.
All right, so we're going to stack back up here. It's going to be Lucas Nilge's Nick Cannon. We're going to see if Nick can fill in this gap. Yeah, he should just drop straight down here. He shouldn't even try to stay outside anymore. He should just go straight to the bottom, and that's what he's going to do. As Lucas is going to get a big run out here, that's going to be bad, though. Nick comes to him because he knocked the snot out of him.
Zuber with a big shove here to the 7-2.
Push it. Tyler's got to go to the outside, right? Nope. He's just going to file back in.
It looks like Zuber backed off.
Have so big of a run, yeah. I was thinking he was going to have a massive run down the backstretch, but yeah, you're right, Chris. I think the 96 backed off.
It looked like Zuber was about to push the absolute snot out of the 72. And, like, I saw that, too. I was like, oh, is he going to go to the outside? But then I saw it, like, just kind of fall off. I was like, okay, good. He might have just backed off.
As we're at Hot Wheels getting lapped 4 times, Kyle Petty lap number 45. Isn't that what the Hot Wheels car was, number 45?
Number 44.
Oh, dude, I'm bad.
I thought it was 45. Adam Petty's was 45.
Oh my God, I'm a horrible person.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was 43.
Dude,
43 Petty, Richard Petty, of course.
Dude.
Kyle did 44 and Adam did 45.
Dude, I'm a horrible person. Yeah, it was the 44. Crap!
Because the 45 car was the spree car.
Man, I'm a bad person. I'm just joking, obviously. But no, we'll get back on topic here. As at lap 47. It'll be that 3 of Lucas Nilge's and that 7 Nick Cannon, Chris. Just line back up and rolling. And, you know, Josh Susie has lost a position with that pit road. He was in 5th, but moved down to 6th.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering how these tires were actually going to affect, because it looks like you have, like I said, you have no room to make up any track speed up. It looks like you get out of line with these guys, you know, you get out of the draft, you're gonna be screwed.
I was about to say, I would think tires almost really don't play a factor here.
I was wondering if that was going to be a thing. I mean, especially, I mean, in the longer runs, yes, they're going to matter, because you're going to start eating that right rear up. When you start eating that right rear up, you're going to start coming around.
Honestly, they can keep it as Echo Park, man, because they killed Atlanta, or what was it? So they can keep it as this crappy name.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody likes the Echo Park thing. Yeah, it's no longer Atlanta, man, because Atlanta was good racing. They've nothing against what I'm saying here on the race right now, but you know, they pretty much turned this track into like a glorified short in Talladega. That's all it is. You know, people used to love the package in Atlanta, man, because it was 3 wide racing. You could choose whatever lane you wanted to, not in the sense of like Chicagoland or something, but you still had that pack racing a little bit. But man, that old Atlanta was so fun to race. This is cool. It's fun to watch, and you know, it puts on a good spectacle. But man, I think people still miss that old Atlanta.
Yeah, we're seeing Kip Easley starting to be the first taker on the outside lane.
Yeah, but you see how it's
just how fast it stalls out.
Yeah, he's gonna file back in here, hopefully.
He was hanging onto the corner. Well, he's getting back around
the quarter.
See, once he hits these straightaways, though, well,
yeah,
everybody
has
to
big struggle.
Everybody has to stay straight.
Position here. He's gonna lose a lot of position here. 28, everybody's thought about it.
Well, like I said, if somebody was to go to the outside, if they were having another 2 or 3 cars, that outside lane might work. Well, it looks like
jump in right here. Yeah, I was he should.
That 8 should. Whoa, it was a big run.
Oh, he's gonna go right back to the outside. Oh, he's gonna possibly gain some ground here. Those guys just got out of shape right there. And he's on a fast run here to this outside lane. If that 94 of Ryan Sword was to jump up, they could possibly push, but
And it looks like that run's stalling out for the 8.
Yeah, but Jeremy Zarfo's taking a liking to this outside lane as well. Look at him. Now
Yeah,
they're
but
starting to get stacked up on that inside lane, Chris. This could work here if one more driver, 2 more drivers were to hop out. But they got to get linked up, and they got to get linked up now.
yeah, you're seeing the 8 try to force his way in between Robbie Bice and the 4 Carson Pittman. Robbie Bice going up there to that quarter panel. He's trying to push Kip Easley away from him. Whoa, is Michael Zuver has now moved himself up into that 3rd position. As we're watching that 8 of Kip Easley still hanging on to that outside lane. But he's starting to slowly lose that track position now. We see he's not up there with Carson Pittman anymore, and he's falling all the way back here to that 24 of Kyler McCarthy. But Lucas Nilge still holding on to the lead here at lap 55. Nick Cannon still in that 2nd spot. We see Michael Zuber, who's moved himself all the way up to that 3rd spot. Tyler Rush in 4th. Ryan Sword 5th. Josh Susi in that 6th position with Carson Pittman in 7th. His teammate Robbie Vice right behind him in that 8th position. Nitro.
Ooh, them boys were getting testy.
Number 27.
David Schmiel Jr.
Currently on that inside lane. And then, like you said, Josh, everybody too wide back behind them, wondering if this outside lane is going to start coming alive.
Right now, it looks like it's stalling out, but they do got a lot of cars. Just got to stay linked up. And it feels like the only way this inside lane works is almost like old Talladega, man, where you have to really side draft the inside lane.
Yeah, and you're also...
remember like Gen 6 at Talladega where you would have to really side draft if you wanted that outside to work? I feel like it's got a similar feeling. Who's that jumped out to the outside? Is that...
It's George Wood.
Is that a lapped car? No, there was a car in front of that was Ryan Sword. Was it not? Yeah, Ryan Sword jumped out to the outside lane.
Whoa. Michael Zuber gets shuffled out to the outside. Let's see if he can
these two are going to make contact. Oh, no, 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 no. He tried to get back in there, and he wasn't clear. Now he's clear, and he's going to file back in. Oh, he's going to give a shove there to Susi. Maybe we didn't see something, but 96 doesn't seem necessarily happy with the 81. Maybe. It could have just been a bad bump when he came in.
I do like that that back bumper art there. Here, kitty kitty with an FDS
here
sticker.
Outside lane, and that's the 94 Ryan Sword pulling up. 8 to Kip Easley. This outside lane starting to find a little bit of traction here, Chris. This inside lane starting to fall apart big time.
Oh, this outside lane, though, it's not staying straight. They've got to stay together if they're going to make that push up to the front.
Yeah, either y'all got to side draft or y'all got to stay in a straight line in that middle lane. But the wishy-washy and getting 2 cars in the inside, or you know what I mean, the middle lane, you got 3, 4, 5 cars going to the 3rd lane, half the 3rd lane, whatever you want to call that. That's not going to get you speed. And see what it's doing? They're already falling back some. They had a good run there, good run there for a moment. But it seems like it's just stalled out. And whatever they did, it worked. They need to try to replicate that multiple times. We'll see if they can get that run going here again. Let's look at that. Zarfo's all the way up in the wall.
Yeah, he's able to tuck back down in front of the 12.
Don't do it, Robbie. Don't do it, Robbie. Stay inside.
Oh!
Ah!
I thought Robbie was going to go up there and get turned. He's losing a little bit of position here to his teammate, Carson Pittman. David Smith should be able to push him back up here to close that gap back up. Whoa, Darpo's hard smack into the wall. Looks like the steering wheel's still straight, so that's good. Hard slam to that outside wall, though.
Lucas Nilge's Nick Cannon still holding a good lead here. But Tyler Rush and Josh Susie have made that inside lane work together, as they have pulled up to the back, and it looks like that 3 a little bit out. 72 going to give Nick Cannon a big push now.
Yeah, like we said, we're seeing Lucas Nilge's kind of hold on to this lead. He's not really giving up that track position, hasn't gotten out of line, hasn't given Nick Cannon a reason to get down there underneath him.
Yeah, but you got to think, possibly Susie can make it on gas. I don't know.
I don't know. He did come down
pit
pit lane.
Stop. And I'm thinking, these guys are... Goodness. These guys are going to have to pit up earlier here in the front. They didn't pit at all, so they're going to have to pit, not maybe soon. I'm not sure. I would think, though, they're going to have to come down soon. I don't know. I feel like Atlanta, you save so much gas, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, as long as you're not that lead car, like we're seeing, you know, Lucas Nilge's out in front pretty much since that first caution. Wonder how much fuel he has left. But Nick Cannon behind him has been able to save and not run as much. But like you said, behind them, everybody just kind of filing single file that, you know, you don't run full throttle. I mean, heck, you could save a lot of, yeah, no pun intended, you could save a lot of fuel. Because right now it looks like Ryan Sword down pit lane.
You do have to my pit questions.
You do have to come down pit lane though, or the back of pit lane. Oh my goodness! You have to come down the back stretch to enter pit lane.
Horrible pit road design.
Yes, yes. And there is also no passing below the red line, so that's why you don't see any drivers going below the red line here tonight. You know, most drivers would cut the
7 pitting in. So is the 3. Man, Chris, I kind of have a natural feeling, I feel like, for the gas tank. You know, when I start thinking, when are they? Whoa, what? Oh, the 96 is over. And this is not going to bring out a caution because you know why, Chris? They're on the apron. What happened there?
He just got sideways as he was coming in.
Oh, Nick Cannon might have just got caught speeding. Oh, no, that was all on him. And Nick Cannon just hit him with the ludicrous move, trick, get out the way.
See,
Carson Pittman's beached right there. Yeah, he's beached. Oh, there he goes. He pushed the clutch in. Realized he can roll backwards. But he was right in the McQueenan for a second there. You saw that, right?
Right, yep,
everybody was passing, and he was hitting him with a ka-chow. That's Robbie. You're going to see him hit his pit stop cycle, and he's back on the road, Jack. Don't go over that line, you're going to get an unsafe pit entry. Or pit exit, excuse me. As new leader, 72 with Tyler Rush, going to pick up the lead position off that pit cycle there of our leaders.
Yeah, I saw everybody coming massively hot down the backstretch, hitting that turn. That's crazy that you could go that fast into there. I was not expecting that.
But yeah, they go flying down there. The speed limit doesn't hit until
Until
pit
you
road.
hit pit road.
I mean, until you hit pit road. So you
That's
can
wild.
fly. You can fly through there, man. As long as you can hook up and stay on the apron, you're Gucci.
That's crazy. See George Wood up there on that outside lane.
Got a little brake bias into it before you hit pit road, you know? Heck, man, you'll be driving that thing like the Milwaukee Mile. Track's so dang banked, man. The freaking apron's got banking. See Tyler Rush hop down pit road, but he's going to hop down pit road solo. He probably should have pitted with the rest of those Sparkle Unicorn.
Oh, he's getting sideways.
And he's doing the same thing that we saw Michael Zuber do. And that's going to pretty much put a knife through his run there. As you see Robbie staying high for the lead pack, as they're going to put him down, what, a second lap? Now, you lose 2 laps here.
Yeah, Zuber is a lap down.
Which is horrible. When you come down pit road, you lose 2 laps.
Yeah.
Well, but, I mean, the size of the track, the speed of the track, I mean, what do you expect? And where you got to come into pit road.
Yeah, we're going to see that that 96 get pushed out into the lead. Not on the lead lap, currently in that 17th position, but not wanting to go another lap down. So the 81 could use him.
But the 81's just going to drive it under him now.
Yeah,
use him up to the top of the track and say, goodbye.
Whoa, he tried to pull down in there. He tried to pull down in there in front of that 27. The 27 was not letting it happen.
And goodbye, my friend.
Yeah, we're going to see Zuber now lose this front pack. New leader here at lap 78 is that 81 of Josh Susi.
That's not something that you're, unfamiliar with. As you see, they've pulled back up here to Tyler Rush. As he's simulating, he's still in the lead there, but he is 2 laps down.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take. David Smilenko behind them. They came down lap 41. So you would think that they should be able to last out a little longer than those drivers that were in front of them. We're already past the halfway point. We've got, what, 50 laps to go? Whoa, is there smoke in front of them? Is that the 4 of Carson Pittman? Yeah, he's down off of the apron. Or down on the apron, so after that spin, he was able to keep it at least controlled underneath him. So right now there's only 13 cars on the lead lap. William Hobart's currently sitting in that 13th spot. You see Brody Green and Kip Easley, who was your leader of the race at the beginning, currently sitting back there in 11th position. But we go back up here into the middle of the pack. You see Caitlin Height in that 11 machine, currently up 3 positions from her starting spot.
Yeah, it's hard to pass here tonight, Chris. It's definitely one of those things that you just got to find your line and stay there. Josh Susie's been pacing all night. He's went from that sixth to fifth to fourth to third. Now he is your leader. So if you can just stay patient, stay on that inside lane, you can make it work. Because they're gonna just pass Nick Cannon here. They're not even gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, it's really a different change of leaders up here in the front. Just goes to show you what pit cycles can do under green flag conditions. All these drivers that came down pit lane under green flags were probably hoping they came down under that last caution. Because right now you're seeing the separation between Kalen Height in that sixth position and Joshua Gaiman.
Somebody's braking on the backstretch.
Carson Pittman. Well, he's down off of the apron, so they're going to keep it going. As long as he doesn't pull back up onto the track. Looks like he might have something broke in that car.
You see him still down there on the apron. And is on the entry to pit road.
Yeah, we're seeing Tyler Rush. Like I said, like you said earlier, Josh, not currently on the lead lap, but is trying to not go another lap down. See Josh Lucy behind him. Pretty much liking what he sees in front of him. He doesn't have to stay on the gas the whole time. He can save him some fuel here. We know cautions breed cautions, so we could see another caution come out and really shake everything up.
Yeah, we could definitely see some stuff get mixed up here still, Chris. And look at Kyler McCarthy, who is all the way back in that 11th, 12th position, hanging out pretty much that whole race all night, that double file mess back there. He's made his way up with patience, staying on the right pit strategy, up in third place, man. Looking good.
Yeah, a lot of tenacity in that 24 machine. One of those drivers that we saw all season, knew that he was going to be a force to be reckoned with. That 24 just going to show you that he is somebody to not to pay attention to. As we're right on board here with that 24 machine, just see what he sees in front of him.
Look in that mirror as well up there. You can see that Dean Clavitt machine, who, Chris, he got caught up in the mess earlier. He's in fourth position now, doing a good job. A lot of those people from the back that's just been on the good pit cycle. They have found their way up into some good positions.
Yeah, like we were saying early on, once you get into that file line, or that single file line, you do not want to get out of it. You can lose a lot of position, but you have to really pick and choose where you want to go and who you want to go with. But as you saw earlier, even with a couple of car tandems, it's a hard feat to make up on a track like Atlanta, Echo Park, whatever you want to call it. You know, I always think about how like I don't want it to
They
be
used
called.
to call it Hotlanta. Now we can call it hot garbage. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not trying to hate on the track.
I still call it Hotlanta.
Out there.
I still call it Hotlanta.
Hey, it still puts on some good racing. I'll give it to them. It's not bad. Just miss Atlanta. They take everything we love, Chris. Atlanta, Chicagoland. Auto Club was supposed to, be remade into this short track. Now they're not even doing that anymore. It's just gone forever.
Right.
R.I.P. man.
I knew it whenever
They
they tore
took
down Auto Club, it wasn't going to come back.
they took freaking Walt Disney Speedway from us. I'm just kidding. That track was horrible. Horrible design too. I think Tony wrote. I can't remember who. Truck Series driver died there. I know. Then again, they didn't have very good safety standards back in the day, and they learned their lesson too late.
Yeah.
As learning your lesson, though, you need to pit when people pit under caution, man. I bet you. Excuse me, who was I thinking? I'm gonna think of. What I was about to
Tyler
say.
Rush came down by himself and spun.
Oh, I was gonna say, look at Lucas Nilges, and freaking Nick Cannon. They were 1 and 2 this whole race, pretty much. They're now 14th and 17th, respectively. So, and 2 laps down.
Yeah, so they would have to come down pit lane.
Oh, they're gonna have to stay out
under green for them to be able to get those laps back.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Do you see them going another? What is that? 40 laps? 45 laps?
You never know, man. Especially with Josh Susie. And he's using that 72 Tyler Rush. My goodness, using that Tyler Rush machine very wisely.
Yeah, hasn't pushed him out of the way. He's been following behind him, so that way he can save that fuel. We're right on board here with Josh Susie. Just see how much his difference is between him and that 81.
He is the 81.
I'm sorry, him and the 72, excuse me. See here, him not all the way to full throttle. Backs out of it though. Now the 72 is starting to get a little bit of a run up here to these lap traffic. Oh, this is going to be dicey. Now that 72 and that 81, they're not the lead pack anymore. Now they've got 4 cars in front of them. Looks like the Ryan Sword Machine up in front with the Ada Kip easily behind him.
I think they don't try to pass these lappers.
No, I don't either. I think you ride behind them and just save some fuel off of them.
Save more fuel, because now you're going to be lifting a lot.
Yeah, you've got a lot of slower cars in front of you. You're going to be lifting a lot. I mean, right now you've just got to hope that nobody behind you can get around you. Like if David Smill was to want to make a move, he could. Because look at this, Josh. We've got a Nitro 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a Lady Liberty 5, 6, and 7. And then Turn 2 Terribles have got that 8 and 9th position. Kip easily in that 10th spot. Brody Green in 11th, and William Hobart is rounding out the field. Look at that. Whoa.
Says
the 13 of William Hobart.
Hobart, yeah.
So now William Hobart not on the lead lap anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
She's starting to get hairy with Tyler Rush. And what car is that in front of Tyler Rush? The 91.
It looks like, yeah, the 91 there, Brody Green, the 8 of Kip Easley, and the 94 Ryan Sword.
I mean, I don't know why the 72 and Brody Green would be going at it. I think it might have just been the way they got into the turn, but man, it was close. Like for a second there, I thought the 72 and the 91 were like unlinked or bad push or something. I couldn't tell what it was, but they were definitely in a position where for a second it looked like they were going to make some big collision, but it seems like they've got it sorted out now. Might have just been everybody getting out of whack. Big check up there in the inside lane.
Yeah, as we're seeing right now, Josh Susi still just in the lead, not really pushing the effort that much. He's got a lot of cars in front of him, so that way he doesn't have to be wasting all that fuel that he needs to be saving right now. Kevin Gibney Jr. is currently leading that Lady Liberty pack with Caitlin Height right behind him. And Joshua Gaiman in that 33. Jimmy Barr in that 12 machine is currently not with that lead pack. You see him right now. Actually, Joshua Gaiman's right there out of sorts. So looks like the 12 going to go on the outside. Whoa, decided to go back in, tuck it in.
Just back up here, you see it. Now he's
25
got
laps to go.
Tyler Rush, and it looks like Tyler Rush is way back in the back now, so now he's behind Brody Green. That 91 right there, as that is his Nitro teammate. Like you said, Chris. 26, 25 laps to go.
24 at the stripe.
Technically 25, right? No, we were looking at someone else. So, yeah, now. Yeah, we're on 107. We were looking at somebody else, I think, and it said lap 105. So
Yeah, we might have been a lap behind.
yeah, it was definitely my fault, my bad. Do you think we get another caution?
I don't know. Everybody's looked kind of steady here. Nobody's really looked like they've been getting out of whack. I've been trying to go look through everybody. The only thing that I could see is maybe this 12, this 33 of Joshua Gaiman making contact the way they're racing back here right now. To the 29 of Zarfos pushing up to the back of the 12. Ken Baum, who was in Verb. Oh, Josh Gaiman coming down the pit lane. See Ken Baum also coming down pit lane. Yeah, that front end damage on that too. Whoa, the 33 getting sideways. Might have caught him speeding.
Might have. Sometimes iRacing giveth, sometimes iRacing taketh. It's like when you're 1 mile an hour over, it'll freaking it'll throw the whole kitchen sink at you. But you know, when you come down 12 miles an hour over, it's like, ah, no, you're good. You did this cool skid burnout halfway down pit road. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that 33. It looks like the
Looks
8
like
of
Kip
Kip
Easley.
Easley coming down. Yeah, I'm wondering if this Nitro team knows something we don't. We know Josh Susi, one of those drivers that just knows his way around this racetrack. Just going to have to see if these Nitro 1, 2, 3, 4 are going to come down pit lane, or if they just going to take it home, because that 81 still has 2 lap cars in front of him to save as much fuel as he can. to say that's that 12 of Jimmy Barr now leading
Here's
that
your
back.
answer, Chris.
All right, the Nitro team, the Lady Liberty team, all down pit lane. Looks like everybody was able to get it slowed down. We're riding up here. 91 of Brody Green coming down pit lane now. See 13 in there of William Hobart also coming down pit lane.
I'm intrigued to see how this is going to cycle out.
Yeah, because Nick Cannon and co.'s got their lap back. With 18 laps to go, does anybody have anything to say? I know the Nitro teams are 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. See the 91 there, Brody Green coming out of pit lane.
The lights just come on?
I think so. Yes, they did.
You don't get a nighttime ending here.
Riding on board here with that 81. No lap traffic in front of him for a few minutes. See, he's still got that teammate of that 27 David Smill behind him. Kyle McCarthy right behind him. And then Dean Clavitt in that 56 is in that 4th position. Caitlin Height and Kevin Gibney Jr. in that 5th and 6th position. For Lady Liberty Motorsports, you got Nick Cannon and Lucas Nilju's back on the lead lap for Prestige Worldwide. Tyler Rush in that 72 machine now moved back up into the lead lap in 9th. And Robbie Bice, Robbie Bice battling it out with that 12 of Jimmy Barr.
Man, it looks like you cannot see on that track from these cameras. It's like dark and hazy.
Yeah, it definitely looks cloudy.
Or smoky, like they're on a dirt track.
Yeah, that's honestly what it looks like. Especially from these camera views.
It's all the vape smoke.
Yeah, that's what it is. Got to get it in.
Robbie's wrecked.
Oh, no. It's unfortunate there for the 28. Such a good race car tonight. Yeah, we're seeing Susie and Co. starting to catch the pack in front of them. Coming out of turn 4, they're already in the oval.
Sounds like Robbie's going to be out of the race. Unfreaking repairable is what he just said to Michael Zuver. That's who he was talking to, right? Yeah.
That's unfortunate for Robbie. Had a really good race car here tonight. See George Wood taking that outside lane. Starting to catch it. Looks like the 2 of Ken Baum.
I think that's who that is.
It's unfortunate for Ken Baum. Involved in that wreck early on. He's just not been able to make up any track time. Is that 2 machine. Got a lot of massive front end damage you can see there on that race car. Should see the 81 here draft up behind him and then pop out once they realize these guys are going a little slower than they are.
Maybe. This could also split the pack up here.
Susie's wanting to stay with him. I don't know if that 2 has the momentum. Now that he's in the draft, it won't matter. But 8 to go, this is where things should start getting interesting.
Yeah, but any of the Nitro drivers try to pull out on one another? Or do they take this 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. 7 laps to go. This is the 32 of Chris Lynn on the outside lane. So you're seeing right now Josh Susie just using that 2 machine and that 33 to his advantage. Well, the 33 just blinked there.
Someone's blinking up there, yeah.
Yeah,
Josh
the 33
Gaiman.
Josh Gaiman. Fred
What
the
lap?
flagman.
125?
Yeah, Fred the flagman holding 5 laps to go this next time by. We're not really seeing any moves for position. We see a little bit of shuffling on back here. But right now, this is also your pack for that 7th, 8th, and 9th position.
You think? I'm trying to think if David Smith goes for it. But him going for it could lose some track position, so I don't know if they go for it. I think they're going to hang out. Lap 128 of 130, Josh Susie. Still tucked up behind that 2 machine of Ken Baum as you're seeing David Smith Jr., Kyle McCarthy, Dean Clavitt, Caitlin Height, Kevin Gibney Jr., and then Nick Cannon hanging out back there, just not on the same lap as these drivers. Heck, no, he's not. That's Jeremy Zarfos, excuse me. Or is it? I don't know who I'm seeing.
It's looking like...
It's Chris Lynn, you goober.
It's looking like Josh Susie gonna pull away just a little bit there from David Smill. Not, like you said, I'm wondering if David Smill gonna make a move here. Or if they're just gonna let Susie take this one
We'll see,
home.
Chris. White flag coming up here. They're going to move out of the way for the leaders, maybe? He said, stay down, stay down. 56 of Dean Clavitt going for it, Chris.
Yep, this is where it's going to matter.
Oh man, David Smill and Kyle McCarthy are going to be heartbroken for that one. Oh, look at Kevin Gibney. Kevin Gibney got him. No, he didn't. Josh Susie. Oh my gosh. I thought Kevin Gibney just got him. How did he not get him? That was Kevin Gibney Jr., right?
That's Kevin Gibney.
But he's being scored second for me. Roll that back a little bit. Can we get one as soon as they're coming over? That's where we're gonna have to get it. You got to get it as soon as they're coming over the line.
I mean, that was before anybody was over the line.
It's as soon as the front bumpers touch. Dude. If it's scoring Susie, it's Susie. Who's celebrating? Go live. Just that'll tell you your answer.
Hold on.
Dude.
I mean, Susie's there.
I think Susie got him, dude. And then right at the end, he overtook him. I think Susie got him.
Look, right there. Right there. His nose, Kevin Gibney's nose is over the finish line and his isn't.
Oh, we're at two different spots of the replay. We're past the finish line for me.
I don't know. We're going to have to...
It says Susie's. I'm so confused because he's doing a Polish victory lap. So I think he won it. 100% it was Josh Susie.
All right, well, we'll have to... we'll roll with it here. Hold on. I'm going to look at it one more time. We're going to have to Blockbuster rewind this. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
You're going too far back, Chris.
I didn't go too far back. My bad.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's so hard to tell by the human eye, but I think Susie got him like right as they crossed. Gibney's run was hitting, you know what I mean? If the stripe is moved 5 feet forward, Gibney gets him.
Yeah, I think now it looks like he's ahead of him. I think the camera view was just off, or that one.
Man, that
I don't know.
I mean, they were 0.01 thousandths of a second off. So, Chris, that was as close as you can get. It's being scored 60, so.
Yeah.
But all right, well, we're going to go ahead and bring up Josh Susie and have a word with your race winner as he hops out the virtual race car here. Josh Susie, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man. You started in that 5th position here tonight. You were hanging out in about that 6th position. It seemed like when that first caution came out, you guys dived down early. You pretty much lapped the whole field after that 2nd or 3rd caution, whichever one it was. And then you guys just digged from there. But then right there at the end, we see all the mix up with the teammates. It goes from a Nitro 1, 2, 3 with Smill and you know, everybody else to Kevin Gibney just flying out of nowhere. You got Dean Clavitt flying out of nowhere. Everyone just mixing up. Crazy ending there. We didn't even know who won it, even though iRacing was telling us. We just could not believe it. It was that close. Josh, hell of a race, man. Congratulations. Take us through it here. And once again, congratulations on picking up the win here at Echo Park.
Well, 2nd place. Didn't get the win.
You didn't get the win?
No, Kevin got the win.
I told you iRacing is scoring us. It's scoring
if you want to boot me out and pull him in, you got to do the winner first.
Goodness.
You got to do the winner first.
Josh. Sorry, Josh.
You're good.
Sorry,
You're
Josh.
good.
Oh, my goodness. Dude, it's scoring him as first.
I told you.
Kevin, I am completely sorry, man. We just butchered that, dude. iRacing Live Timing says that you were scored second for me. Josh is saying it scored him second. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, bro. It has you as second place, but you are our race winner. Me and Chris both up in the booth were like, dude, that was too close. Kevin for sure won that, but my live timing was saying you weren't. But goodness gracious, man. Well, heck, we just had a mix up there. I do apologize about that. But dude, you just came out of absolutely nowhere right there at the end, hanging out pretty much all race in the 31 man and where it matters the most. Massive run on the end there, dude. And hell, well, shoot, I thought you were dang second place here. Now you're first. Take us through it, Kevin. I'm sure it feels amazing, man, picking up that race win.
It's definitely something. I'm a little shaky after that. I don't know if I would have gotten it. I saw the whole mumble jumble up ahead of me, and I saw Chris Lynn behind me, and he just followed me through. By the grace of God, he followed me through all of that, and just another miracle. Just having to get by Tuesday at the end and get my first win here in the FPM series. I'm shocked.
Man, I mean, shocked for real. I heard someone else even say, "Where the heck did Kevin Gibney come from there over driver chat, dude?" You flew there through the back of the field, but you guys not only had a good run there right at the end, Kevin. You guys had a good run all night. You played the pit strategy right. You played your hand right, and right there at the end, you went all in. And heck, you got you got it, man. The first win of the season, like you said. I mean, on an absolute gamble, you get everything going. It's got to feel good for that 31 camp finally getting that monkey off the back.
It absolutely does. I've been racing a while. I'm usually a field filler mid pack, and to shine where I shine the most as a plate track merchant to get a win, it definitely feels awesome. I'm ecstatic, man. I can't put feelings into words right now.
I'm sure you can. It's one of those things that you probably were, expecting obviously to happen eventually. But Kevin, to get it that way, man, that was awesome. Like we said, we accidentally pulled the wrong dang guy up into the booth because my live timing has him scored as first, you scored as second, and then obviously everybody else has it the other way. So that's crazy that it was even that close. So man, it was an awesome finish. You guys had awesome pit stops. I mean, everything worked out for that 31 machine tonight. And Kevin, man, take us through any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything you want to throw out there, and we'll let you get on your way. Let that 31 enjoy his first win of the season.
First and foremost, Nitro setups and all of my team at LMM and Nitro Racing, Susie, Smeal, Katie Gaiman. I'm fumbling words right now. Kyler, Tyler, Steven, all of them. I know Steven couldn't make it tonight, but all of them, I've been going through a rough patch recently, and just them to have my back and help me get this win is just amazing. Another shout out to Chris Lynn. Again, pretty much stick with me through that. I want to shout out my mom for always watching my races. I love her to death, and I don't know where I'd be without her. Again, Nitro setups, Grandscapers, lawn maintenance in New Hampshire. Man, Sewer Bros. I can't think of anything else. My mind's just all mumbled jumbled right now, but I think that's the gist of it.
Heck yeah, Kevin. Well, we're excited to see that first win of the season, man, and hopefully it's going to bring out more for that 31 camp. But hey, again, congratulations on an awesome, awesome, awesome race victory here tonight, man. And again, we'll hopefully be talking to you there in the future.
I hope so, man.
Right, thank you, Kevin. And that was that 31 machine. Now going to bring up the second place, Josh Susie. Now it's your turn, man. Josh Susie, Chris and Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, okay, well, we'll restart this interview. Let's act like that first one didn't happen because, man, it was so close there on my live timings messed up. I mean, we saw you taking the Polish victory lap. I'm scratching my head thinking, man, did he win? Chris is like, no, he didn't. But, man, hell of a race right there. You guys played the cards right all night. You put yourself in the perfect position right there at the end. It just goes hectic. Man, now we got to hear it from your perspective. Take us through what your view was of that final finish right there, man, and explain how the run goes for tonight for you guys, pitting there on a different cycle, getting everything going, and you guys got the race win, or not the race win, but that Nitro 1 and 2 here tonight instead of that Nitro, first, second, third, whatever it may be.
Well, I mean, we got Nitro 1 through 6, really.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, yeah.
So we're gonna
some of
stay
the names
happy about that.
I was about to say some of the names, still are a little
Oh
funny.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, with this track, it's just, especially with the laps we have, if it stays green, it's just about saving fuel. Unfortunately, that does mirror real life when they go to a plate track. They don't have the aggressive like runs and stuff like you saw on Saturday night, but our track isn't aged either, and uh, you know, I think a lot of the aero drag and everything, everyone's pretty close together, not real separated like they are in real life. So unfortunately, we got to play the plate racing games and save fuel, and we had that one opportunity with a caution on 30 or 40, which whatever it was, and all of us but Tyler Pitt, he got the memo late, unfortunately, and yeah, it was just right around save fuel. There was some big split mid pack that I guess should have been a yellow, but the yellow never come out, and it really separated the field. So we were able to build a really good gap, and then it was just about working together, putting down good lap time, separating the field, hoping the yellow didn't come out. Made the right call for tires and fuel when we did pit, and no one really messed it up for once at a plate track. And yeah, just those last couple laps, I had no intention of passing Ken or Josh, just in case there was a yellow, because Josh is a teammate. I didn't want to put him a lap down to try to afford him the best opportunity to get a decent finish if that was the cards that played out. And then, you know, uh, I got to be honest with you, man. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I feel like I can win pretty much everywhere, and not a lot of my teammates can say that. So I was really trying to formulate how to either get Kyler or Gibney up there to get the win. It would have been Smeal, but we feel like he's definitely good enough on points. That's not going to be an issue. So, I saw the run coming. I wasn't able to formulate with Kyler, and I just didn't fight it. I saw it coming. I just was a good teammate, if you know what I mean. So, uh, I love that guy to death. He's done a lot for us and our team. He treated us very well when we went down to Daytona in February. So, if I can do this little thing to help him out and say thank you, I'm going to do what I can. It's not too often on the service, other than the plate tracks, where you can really kind of pay your teammates back. And, you know, I had the opportunity, and I took it tonight.
Heck yeah, well, it was definitely a fun race from our perspective, man. We had a really good time watching you guys get out there and just really put it down here at Echo Park. But like you said, a great finish there from your teammate, and an awesome job from all the Nitro, cats tonight. You guys did an excellent job there. And hey, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs for us tonight, Susie, you're more than welcome to throw them out, and we'll let you get on your way.
Yeah, man. I mean, as always, first and foremost, Nitro setups. We had a bad fast piece tonight. We're just taking our time. The stability was there. We weren't burning loose, and getting really washed up with aero like some people seem to struggle with. So, big congrats to them. I want to shout out all of our Nitro teammates and conglomerates with Lady Liberty. Great job on 1 through 6. We had the opportunity to get a couple more guys up there, but the cards didn't fall that way. So I'm really proud of everybody on the team. As always, great teamwork. Um, Thank you to everyone that showed up tonight. I know this isn't a lot of fun for a lot of people, the way you have to race it to have a chance at a win. But it is what it is. You got to play the game. So thanks for showing up. Only having, I think, 2 cautions. And, I want to give you guys a huge shout out. Uh, I'm very proud of y'all for being able to get going what you got going. And unfortunately, that's going to have to make you step away, and we're going to miss the hell out of you. I'm very, very happy I was able to podium on your last broadcast for us. So appreciate you, boys. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you, Josh. Well, again, it's been a pleasure having you up here in the booth so many times, man. And, feel like I know you personally now. So, but Josh, again, thank you, man, for the kind words. We're excited to hopefully be able to watch you here in the future, man. And again, thank you for taking the time out of your night. And hey, hopefully we'll be talking to you soon. Eventually, maybe one day here in the future.
Hell yeah, boys.
Thank you, man. And that was Josh Susie. Man, they're going to bring out the tearjerkers here. I'm going to bring up Dean Clavitt and have a word with our 56 machine. Dean Clavitt, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
I sure do.
Sorry about that wait there, man. But hey, you had an excellent run here tonight. Up 19 positions from where you originally started there in that, 22nd spot in the 56 machine. They were late. kind of like Kevin Gibney Jr., you guys just found speed there at the end and were able to cut through the pack. Take us a little bit through your night there, man, and how you were able to set up that finish. And it seemed like you guys had a very good, fast race car out there tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. Not as fast as Xfinity Internet though. That's faster, as what the Xfinity guys say. uh, no, it was a good car. Setup felt great and all that. So thanks to Nitro Setup Shop for the set. It was great. Uh, yeah, I didn't really have to make changes to it, and it was fun out there. Just stayed in line and hoped everybody either wrecked or got moved out of line. So I just played it conservative and got a P3 finish out of it.
Heck yeah, P3 finish is definitely nothing to scoff at. I mean, a great podium finish here for you guys. It seems like the 56 machines just had kind of the unlucky bug, like some of the other drivers here through the field, that just seems to get caught up in stuff that's usually not their fault. So, to have a good P3 here tonight. You guys had a great race, and right there at the end, you got front row seat for that awesome finish. Heck, it was so awesome. We were over here pulling the wrong person in because I thought Susie won compared to Gibney. It was so crazy, man. It was a whole little thing there. So, heck yeah, Dean. But man, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything else you want to talk about the car of the race before we let you get out of here, you're more than welcome to do that. And I'll let you get on your way and celebrate that podium here tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was trying to back up, to I think it was Katie behind me, so we can get a runoff 4 coming to the white and make a move. And then the lap cars went high, and then the leaders went with them, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go even higher. And so it kind of opened the door for me, and yeah, so I just got lucky there, and thankfully Katie behind me came behind and pushed me. So thanks to Katie for helping me there get the second, and then obviously got stuck behind the 2. And it's okay though. Like I said, I'm here for fun, and it was a pretty fun race. So yeah, we'll definitely not gonna be here next week because I'm not good. I'm not a road course merchant, so I'll do the field a favor. But I'm looking forward to the next race that I join.
Excited for your podium finish here tonight, man. And hopefully we'll be talking to you sometime in the future. But again, congratulations on that race, a podium here tonight. And hey, good luck on the rest of your season, man.
Yes, absolutely, and good luck with your guys' promotions and all that. That's a pretty cool deal.
Thank you, sir. No, we haven't had the time to talk to you, but it's been a pleasure to watch you out there on the track, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you guys for broadcasting, and it's I know the field appreciates it and whatnot. So, hopefully we can find somebody to replace you guys. But I mean that it's gonna be hard, defining good quality. But like I said, just good luck with your jobs, and hopefully our paths will cross again.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Have a
Yeah,
good night, buddy.
you too.
Oh man, Chris, these kind words are getting to me, buddy. But yeah, obviously, we know we haven't said anything on stream yet about it, but me and Chris are going to be, for the moment, stepping away from streaming. It's one of those things. We have very, very good opportunities in front of us. I am going to be working a job where I'm not going to be able to probably do the hours that it requires. Getting off right now, I came home, late today and just had to hop straight into the stream. It's not that I don't want to do this racing and calling it anymore. I love Full Throttle. I did this pretty much off of an asked favor last season for Robbie. He came in and was like, "Hey, we're having a little bit of this and that. Can you guys come in and just maybe broadcast for a little bit?" And it ended up turning into an hour. We've been back for almost what feels like now, Chris, a year and a half. So if we had finished out this season, it would have been almost 2 years. But unfortunately, like everyone's saying, and not unfortunately, fortunately, we have found great jobs. Unfortunately, that comes with we do have to take this step back from Full Throttle at the moment. Maybe in the future, who knows, we might call a playoff race or a championship race or something here if they want us to and allow us to. That would be fun to do something one-off like that every now and then. But hey, it's one of those things that we hate that it has to happen, but we've loved the ride we've had with Full Throttle. Definitely everybody in here has pretty much become someone, I look at as, maybe not best friends, or whatever like that. But I look at them as, there's somebody I like, there's somebody I respect, and I enjoy being in the presence of a lot of the people that are in this league. I'm gonna miss watching some of these ding dongs get out there and knock into each other. You know who I'm talking about. But hey, other than that, it's been really awesome up here in the booth. We've had nothing but a fun time, and we're really gonna miss the Full Throttle camp. And hey, we're hoping one day we'll be back up in here and talking to you guys. But other than that, I think that's gonna be all from me. And I know Chris might have a few final words, but I just want to say love you guys, and hopefully this ain't the end for you guys having to watch Full Throttle. I'm sure they're gonna find some people that are gonna be some good streamers, and they'll get the action back going here. I know Robbie and them are very passionate about this league, so. And that's one thing else I wanted to add. I respect all the drivers in this league and their passion for it, and how much they've shown how much they care about this league. So thank you to all you guys. Maybe if we haven't gotten to talk, that's whatever. Really appreciate that, all the drivers showing in and showing up every week. So yeah, you make it really fun for us up here in the booth, and I think that's all I got to say, Chris. Thank you, Full Throttle.
Yep, just I'm gonna pretty much mirror everything Josh said. Just thank you for giving us the opportunity to come back in here and do this. I can't really turn my nose up at this opportunity, so I have to take it. So like Josh said, hopefully here in the near future we'll be able to get our toes back into it. Maybe call a couple of all-star races, or a couple of the championship races. I don't know. We'll figure something out if our schedules can kind of calm down, because right now they are hectic. But no, just a big shout out to Robbie, big shout out to Matthew, big shout out to everybody that puts this on. Me and Robbie and Matthew had a big talk before this, and they told me that there's no animosity, the door is still open. So I really do appreciate that. Big shout out to everybody out there on the YouTube page that comes and watches us just sit and yap at a virtual screen about a video game. It's what we do it for. We do it for everybody. And big shout out to everybody in the league, just everybody. All the drivers, every name. The drivers that didn't show up, everybody. We really appreciate y'all. So it's been a lot of fun here in Atlanta, but hopefully here in the future we'll be talking to y'all again. But this is Chris and Josh signing out for the last time. Y'all have a wonderful. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
I got one more thing to say. I was about to say, since I can now be biased, I pulled for Robbie Bice every race. I just want you to know that. All right. Now you can finish your sign out, Chris.
I was just going to say happy 4th of July. But
everyone enjoy your Independence Day.
Yes, have a happy 4th of July, and we will talk to y'all later.